So this is probably the second time I am now recording this review because I just don't really know if I feel comfortable with the first few recordings. Call of Duty as a video game and as a franchise is very, very pulverizing. And just because I like it doesn't mean that you have to, or just because you like it doesn't mean I have to, okay? It's one of those gaming franchises where literally everybody can feel different about it. There's also a lot of moving parts with it. You have constant updates, you have the multiplayer, you have the zombies, you have campaign. There's a lot of different things that some people might really like and some people might really not like. So for this video, I'm solely talking about multiplayer. Okay, I'm not talking about zombies. I'm not talking about the campaign. I'm talking about multiplayer. It's hard for me to even start it because I feel like no matter what I say, people are going to disagree and call me all types of names. But at the end of the day, this is my channel. This is my opinion. You can have yours, and I encourage you to share it in the comment section. I think it's good for all of us to have an open discussion about things that we disagree on. I really like Black Ops 6. I like it a lot. I'm really inclined to say that I love it. It's probably my favorite Call of Duty on launch since Black Ops 3. Now I know I'm going to get the World at War underrated comments. I like that Call of Duty more at this point, but that's not what I'm talking about. I mean, right now, the feeling I have playing Black Ops 6, I feel like a kid again. Call of Duty for me is not a game to take seriously. It's an arcade shooter at its best. It's fast-paced, it's fun, the weapons are ridiculous at times, and you just are supposed to play this game with other people and just have a blast. At least that's how I've always played Call of Duty. This has never been a game that I can just turn on and play by myself all the time. Like, I know that there's people like Jev and Merc Music who play this game a lot on their own and a lot with friends, but for me, I literally cannot play Call of Duty by myself. I find it really hard. It's really emotionally taxing for me personally, and I think that there's a lot of shit that goes wrong when you're playing Call of Duty by yourself. And by no means am I saying that Black Ops 6 is perfect in any way, because it really isn't. For one, I think the maps in this game are actually not as bad as people make them out to be. I definitely think there's some, especially for the mosh pit maps. I think Gala and Warhead are just abysmal, but I also think that the majority of the reason that people have a problem with every map in this game is because the spawns just don't work properly. Call of Duty needs to get spawns right for it to operate well, because the maps are designed with the idea of certain spawn radiuses being set or in motion. And when the spawns don't work, you get a really bad experience on multiple maps. And for some reason in this game, the spawns fucking suck. And it's about 2 weeks since the game came out, and they still suck. Not to mention that some of the maps are just like lazily designed, in my opinion. I think there's a couple maps here that are actually really good, and I think a lot of people are confusing how the maps play versus how they actually feel about the maps, because with spawns breaking, you can't really get a really good feeling for how a map is supposed to play, because at least from my experience when I was playing the beta, the spawns were not as bad as they are right now, which is weird. So I actually enjoyed the maps for the most part. Again, that's my experience though. I suck, so my lobbies are not very high level, okay? But I think it's important to highlight that there are problems with this game. I also don't think that the sound design is the best. I think it's definitely an improvement from what we've gotten in more recent Call of Duty games, but it's very weird because you have all of these different factors going into the game, like sound design, like the way it looks and how the guns play, but then and a lot of it feels good, and a lot of it feels like it was made with care. But then you have things like, in my opinion, I think that the headshot and just overall hit detection for a lot of weapons in this game doesn't feel right. Now, I've been grinding camos in this game and trying to get gold and diamond as fast as I can. I mean, I have a full-time job and other responsibilities, and I play other games, so that's not really happening as well as I would hope. But I think it's important to highlight how I feel about a lot of the guns in this game, especially because I've played every single Call of Duty for at least 5 to 6 months post-launch after Black Ops 4. Like, before Black Ops 4, I was playing every Call of Duty until the next one came out, and then some. I played Black Ops 3 almost to this day. Like, I played Black Ops 3 for such a long time. I don't know, man. By like feeling the guns, I feel like there are some that just don't work. And I know that there's skill-based hit detection or whatever, skill-based damage, where the game punishes you by not detecting your hits or doing a lot less damage to enemies, at least from what I've seen. I've never experienced that because I'm not dropping 50 bombs and dying 2 times in every single game. I've dropped a few 50, 60 bombs in face-off mosh pit, which I don't think is that difficult. That's the other thing too. Hardcore face-off in this game for some reason is fucking insane. And I think it's because of the maps that we've gotten. I think it's because typically Face Off Mosh Pit, at least from what I know is, and what I've been told, is usually a 3v3 game mode, and this time around they just made it full teams. And you also have Recon. Now, I'm recording this before they touch Recon in any way, shape, or form, so I'm gonna be petty about it. I fucking hate this thing. Recon, whoever came up with Recon needs to never touch a Call of Duty game again. Honestly, should never touch a video game again. Whoever thought, hey, if we get 3 of the same colored perks and give it a specialty that lets people see through walls in a arcade shooter, especially on a game mode where the maps are the size of fucking Target bathrooms, I'm over it, okay? I don't think you deserve to have a job after that. But it's funny because all of that, all of the negativity around this game, all of the fucking TikTok, Instagram, Reels, whatever that you've seen of people saying how Treyarch expects us to pay money for this, no, and I still love the game. I'm still having so much fun with this game. I'm grinding it with friends. I haven't done that in a Call of Duty game in a very long time. My friends and I are actually excited to play this game together, which is something we haven't done in a Call of Duty game in so many years. This is the first time I've taken camo grinding actually like a little bit seriously with the rest of my life kind of cycling around it in a long period of time. Like a long time. I'm talking since Black Ops 3. So the sniping feels really good. The ARs for the most part feel great. The SMGs feel very strong. The shotguns, there's just a lot of bullshit that you can do with them. The LMGs are really good and hardcore. Pretty much all the guns feel great. I even love the baseball bat. But Black Ops 6 and myself have a very strong love-hate relationship. And I don't really know how that's going to change. So if you have a love-hate relationship or a love or a hate relationship with Black Ops 6, let me know in the comment sections down below. And while you're scrolling down there, make sure to hit the like button and also hit the red subscribe button because we're on our way to 1,000. We're like 31, 32 subscribers away at the point of recording this. So we're grinding, man. We got to get there soon. For all my American viewers, which is like a shockingly low percentage of my viewers, I hope the election night went the way you wanted. And if it didn't, who cares? It's just a rich person. No one really fucking gives a shit. Probably gonna cut that out. Probably should, to be honest. Anyways, my name's Nate, otherwise known as Wicked, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.